Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm just doing a video strictly based off of how I meal prep for the week. I work a 9-to-5 job at my desk. Right now I'm only in the office 2 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, so I'm forced to meal prep on Sunday since I have to be in the office on Monday, and then I work from home Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I also personal train in the mornings and evenings, so I have a pretty busy week. So I like to have all my meals prepped beforehand, this way I don't even have to think about it. And yeah, so we're just gonna get right into it. 2 things to ignore in this video. 1, my nails, they need to get done, and 2, my counters I know are super dirty. I'd rather just clean them after I meal prep since they're gonna get dirty then too. And then also to know, I am gluten free because I have celiac, and I am dairy free because I have Hashimoto's, and ever since I got Hashimoto's last year, I just found going dairy free makes me feel a lot better, a lot less inflamed. So those are the 2 main things. And then also I do try to get as much whole foods as possible. Of course, some of my snacks, have some processed foods in them, but for the most part, I try to do like whole and have a good macro ratio throughout the day too. Yeah, I wasn't really tracking macros, and now I'm trying to get a little bit more into it to just get a little bit more protein in my diet, because naturally if you don't track, I just sneak in a lot of carbs and fats and not as much protein as I should. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what I got. I shop at Whole Foods, and then I will start meal prepping. The reason why I wanted to make this is my meal prep only takes about an hour from the start to even just washing and cleaning everything at the end. So just 1 hour to cook. I make 4 lunches, 4 dinners, and then I prep like protein balls for breakfast. So I'd so much rather just stick to an hour of meal prepping than cooking every single day. So here's what I got. So this is it. I start my day with celery juice. So I have 1 bunch of celery for every day. So I'm gonna put that in the fridge. And then I will prep just like a celery the night before because you want to make it fresh. So, but I wake up so early, I don't want to wake Matt up, so I'll prep my celery juice the night before usually. And then for lunch, we have ground turkey under here. I get the 94% lean, and then I mix in zucchini, Brussels sprouts, some sweet potato, and then quinoa, which I already have in my cabinet, so I didn't have to get that this week. And then for dinner, I have chicken. I get about 2 pounds for 4 meals, just so I like to have a lot of protein for my dinner. And then I pan fry it with this sauce. It's so good, and it has really good ingredients. And then I have a side of asparagus with that, and then white rice, which is so good. If you don't know white rice, it is just, has a lot more fiber and protein and tomato chickpeas rather than rice. So I'm fine having rice, but I just like how this is higher in protein, and it's so good still and so easy to make. And then for snacks, I love Smart Sweets, and then I have grapes, which I didn't buy this week because I already have grapes. And then, as I said, I make protein balls for breakfast, so I already have all those ingredients, which I'm gonna, put that down in the description box, and you'll also see me make that, so I don't have to get that. So all this for this week, including my toothpaste, it was just under $100 for all this. Okay, I just put everything away. I took out my pans and I put the oven, I preheated at 450 because I'm gonna put my potatoes, asparagus, zucchini, and Brussels sprouts, all my vegetables on the pan, and put it in the oven, and that'll be cooking the whole time I'm meal prepping everything else. So I'm gonna time it just to show you how long it takes from the very start to the very end. So right now, it is 3:14. All right, so let's see what time I finish. Okay, so first things first, I just put tinfoil down, spray it with some olive oil, and I just scrubbed my potatoes, and I'm gonna cut them and put them on here along with the rest of my vegetables all lined up right there. Okay, all done. All I did was spray olive oil on top and a little bit of salt, and now they're ready to go in the oven, and now it's 321. Okay, so now I took out a pan. We're gonna make the ground turkey on that, and then we'll clean it and make the pan fried chicken on that. And then here I have 1 cup quinoa, 2 cups water. You boil that, and then you let it simmer. Right? Then you let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and then that's it. Then after that's done, I'll make the white rice. So this is all what's going on while everything's in the oven, and then at some point I'll also make the protein balls. Okay, actually while that is trying to boil and heat up on that pan, I brought out all the ingredients for my protein balls. You just need oats, flaxseed, peanut butter, chocolate chips. Like I said, I'm dairy free, so I get the Lily's, and then maple syrup, pumpkin puree, and pumpkin pie spice. This is like pumpkin protein balls. And actually I also, this is not in the recipe, but I throw in collagen too. So let me get that out so I don't forget. And yeah, what I think is really good about this protein balls is it's oat flour instead of oats. And I just find it's a really good consistency in the balls. So I always keep oats, and then I'm just gonna put this in a blender and make it oat flour. It literally takes 2 seconds. So yeah, I'm gonna measure this out. So I'm gonna simultaneously measure out some of this ingredients while I am cooking the ground turkey. So big multitasker here. Okay, so as the pan was heating up, I was able to get the cup of oats blended in here. Then the pan was ready, so I threw the ground turkey on there, and the quinoa is still trying to boil. So this is gonna be super quick. So I'm just gonna continue measuring out some of these ingredients while the ground turkey is cooking up. Okay, so side note, there's only a 1/4 cup of pumpkin, so I end up putting the rest of this in a container, and then I use it, you know, every week, and I just keep it in the fridge. And then for peanut butter, when you make protein balls and just like baking and stuff, I love getting this one, the organic creamy peanut butter from Whole Foods, because it's literally just so creamy. You know how organic peanut butter can sometimes be like hard at the bottom? This one is just so liquidy. As you could see, it's just like very, very liquidy, so it just mixes very, very easily and stuff like this. So highly recommend that peanut butter. All right, see, some of that is mixed. I'm gonna have to just kind of mix this around, and then the ground turkey's almost done. I'll probably just add a little bit of salt on it. Okay, so this is pretty much all mixed. Look how nice of a consistency that is. I just need to add the chocolate chips in there, and then I'll roll them up and then put them in the fridge. But my ground turkey is ready right now, so I am going to weigh out all of my ground turkey into 4 containers, since this will be my lunch. Even if you don't meal prep, I highly suggest getting a meal food scale if you meal prep, just because it's good peace of mind that you're, you know, eating like the same portion every day, rather than one day you have too much ground turkey and the next you don't. So I'm just gonna weigh this out now. Okay, everything's weighed out. It was about 80 grams for each one. And now I just gave it a quick rinse over, so it's still like dirty, but I'm gonna just heat it up again to start pan frying the chicken. And I'm so stupid, I never put this burner on, which is why it was taking forever to boil. So still waiting for that to boil. And then while this is heating up again, I am going to cut the chicken. So like I said, I get about 2 pounds, and I get the chicken tenders, so I just cut them up into like 3 pieces so that it's like tiny, like chicken nugget size bites, you know what I mean? So I'm going to cut that up as the pan's heating up, and then I'll throw it on with the sauce. Okay, so as you saw, I actually just cut them up like in the package it came with, just to save space and everything. And I just threw that on, again, just sprayed a little bit of olive oil, and then just drenched like a good amount of this on, and now this will just sit here, and then every so often I'll just move it around. I like it to get nice and crispy, so that'll sit there for a while. Our quinoa is finally boiling, so I'm gonna simmer this And I think I'm gonna get another pot to start the white rice because this should have been, you know, done by now, but I forgot to turn the burner on. And yeah, so I want to be efficient, so I'm gonna get another burner for the white rice. Okay, so for the white rice, I actually, since this is actually 4 servings in here, but I have 2 servings for my dinner, so this will just last me 2 nights. So I'm just gonna cook this once right now for the next 2 nights, and then on Wednesday, I'll cook the second packet again for Wednesday and Thursday, just because it's just so easy to make, so I don't mind prepping that the day of, and then it's like more fresh anyways, because literally all you do is boil 1 1/3 cups of water, and then you put this in, and then you just remove it for heat, and then you let it stand for 10 minutes off heat, covered. So literally it just takes a little more than 10 minutes to make, so quick, and it's just so good. So now the chicken's going, this is going, and now I will start putting the chocolate chips in here and start balling up my protein balls. All right, this is all done. Usually it makes me about 10 balls, but this time it only made me 9, which is fine. I take 2 to work because they're pretty calorically dense, so 2 is plenty. They're, you know, filled with fat and fiber, so it really fills you up. Yeah, so that I'll put in the fridge. And then I already put the white rice in there. Quinoa still is another few minutes. And then let's see the chicken. And the chicken can go for definitely like another 5 minutes or so. I like when they get nice and brown and crispy, so those can go a little bit longer. And let's see our vegetables. Our vegetables are pretty much done, so I'm actually just gonna turn the oven off for now and then just let them chill because I don't have much room up here to bring them out. I could bring them on the counter, so we'll see. We're just gonna turn that off for now. But yeah, still not an hour. We still have like 15 minutes. So hopefully this pulls through in 15 minutes. Also, while that's going, I managed to clean up everything I used for the protein balls and my cutting board and everything. So then the only thing left to clean are what's on here so far. Okay, the quinoa is actually all done now. It's very fluffy, so I am going to measure this out with my 4 lunches since I have this for lunch. All right, they came to be a little bit over 100 each in like for the quinoa. So I'm just gonna soak this in water and soap in the sink. And then my white rice is just about done and my chicken's just about done. So I'll be perfect timing. Okay, so my chicken is now done. You see, this is what you want. It's like nice and brown. So we are going to weigh that out. We're just gonna put it all in one container because for dinner, since I'm home for dinner, I don't have to like grab and go. So I just put my chicken all in one, my asparagus all in one, my white rice all in one, and then I'll just measure it out each night. So I'm gonna measure what this is now and then divide it by 4. And each night I'll just put it on a plate and microwave it. Okay, I finished weighing out my chicken and then my white rice was all done. So I'm gonna measure that out in one bowl. And then my veggies are done, so then I'll bring that and measure them out as well. And we are almost there. We have just a few minutes to go. All right, everything is done. It is 4:11. All that's left to do, I have see if I could wash this in 3 minutes. All I need to do is a few pans because that's all done. And that will, you know, I'm just gonna let cool off for a while so that'll sit there. All right, that's it. Everything is washed. All my food is done. It says 4:15, but I was done at 4:14. It just took a second to turn my camera on. So 1 hour meal prep, cook, and clean, done. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you. Keep in mind, this isn't the most like unique meals or anything like that. Not like very flavorful. I don't put that much seasoning and stuff on it. Like I said, I use this marinade for the chicken, and when I do heat it up every night, I will drench a little bit more of this on it just to make it even a little bit more moist and have more flavor. And then for lunch, you saw I have this big bowl of quinoa, zucchini, asparagus, sweet potato, ground turkey, and the only thing I will add on it is coconut aminos. I pretty much drown it in coconut aminos. It's just so good. So I'll put a little bit of coconut aminos in like a little Tupperware thing and bring that to work with me, or they sell coconut amino packets online. There's just not too much in one packet, so you have to put multiple on it if you like coconut aminos like me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then snacks, like I said, are the Smart Sweets, or I'll use my protein powder I have and make a protein brownie batter at night. I already have popcorn. Hue Kitchen chocolate is my favorite. Just random snacks, but that's it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I'll try to include all the recipes down below and everything, but if you have any questions, just let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.